We's hungry, we is. We's hungry, where's our food? Okay, welcome back to Bulgarian Organic Small Holding. If you can hear me over the noise of the pigs, it's Friday, 26th of, what month are we in? October, yeah. Still 2018. It's now about 12-20 hours. And this short clip is going to be about trying to blow up your tires when they are completely almost off the rims. So stick around. Let's see how we get on. It might work and it might not work. Over and out for now. Okay, so this is the problem. This is my stock trailer. It's a useful bit of kit for moving livestock around. It's not registered, so I can't really use it on the road, but I use it around the small holding. And it's been sitting down here for far too long, at least a year I would imagine. We didn't use it. And now I want to move it and get it ready for winter, because I might have to move these girls somewhere else if I get flooding down here in the gully, the deri as they call it in Bulgarian. So these two tires were not so flat and they pumped up nicely, but these two are completely, well, as you can see, more rim than tire. And actually it was Timo said to me yesterday, it was rather, you know, kind of me not being thinking so great, maybe I had a couple too many beers, but he said the only way to do it is to lift it up. So we're going to jack it up and we're going to try with the ordinary 12-volt pump, because I don't want to bring a generator and the compressor down here. And we're going to give it a go, and if it fails, then what I think I will do is, whilst it's jacked up, I get attacked by another wasp. Go away, wasp. I can take one tire, one good tire off the wheel off the other side of the trailer, and put it onto this side and work it on two. I mean, I'll take two wheels off and have two good ones, one on each side, and then I can get the other ones repaired properly. Or if I need to get an inner tube put inside of them, I should have said that earlier. Obviously, if it was an inner tube inside, I'd have much more chance of inflating them in position. But as there's no inner tube, then there's obviously no seal. And when there's no seal, you can't put air into it. So, as I say, we're going to chuck it up. Maybe that's a bit too much. I need some wood underneath there. The jack is over there. I have my assistant today with me. It's Benjamin. He's a volunteer from Helpex, French guy with a nice French accent. He speaks with a French accent. And so let's have a look. We'll come back in a couple of minutes when we've sorted it out, and we'll try and pump her up. So over and out for now. So great laid plans of mice and men, as we say. But the first bottle jack that I tried is not working. And yes, walkage, I did try to make sure this was closed, but she's just not going up. So maybe the hydraulics have gone in it. So I took the first, secondly I tried with the jack that is a side jack for the Neva, but unfortunately it doesn't work because of the mud guards here. So I went and got another bottle jack, and that seems to be going up. We just put a bit of rebar underneath there. Now usually, I mean, if you're changing the wheel, which we're not, you would have loosened the bolts off before jacking it up. And then as you jack her up, and taking the wheel off, we'd have put the chock underneath in case the jack slips. But if this jack fails or slips, he's only going to come back down on the tires, which are flat anyway. So it's not, as long as you don't have your fingers underneath there, it's reasonably, well, safe as houses, should we say. Or, you know, if it's completely rusted and the subframe gives way, the whole thing will collapse, but that's not going to happen. So we're now at the stage, more or less, where the pressure is off the tires. So I'm going to start the Neva up and plug in the 12 volt. It's an old pump from my father, and because he used to tow a caravan, he put an extension cable on it, so it's ideal for blowing up tires on trailers. The cable is long enough, so I think that's enough, Benjamin. I think we'll give it a try. We'll try with the easy one first, where the rim is not quite so bad. But this one, I don't know if it'll actually work or not. It's so far off the rim. I don't have really a lot of experience of this. But as I say, if the worst comes to the worst, I can take it off. I'll take it into town and get an inner tube put in it. Because I don't need good tires. Actually, they're not so bad, but I don't need good tires for towing this around a small holding. You know, it's not going on the road. And if it goes on the road, it's only within the village for a few kilometers. So, you know, I just want to get him pumped up, or try to get him pumped up, so I can move this and do some work on it and have it in reserve for the winter. When it starts to, the flood waters start to come down here, I might need to move the pigs. So I just want to get prepared now. So we'll come back in a little bit when we've got the pump on, and let's see if she goes up, tires go up or not. Hopefully they will. So over and out for now. Okay, so this is my late father's pump. To say 12 volt, it's running from the cigar lighter in the Neva. I'm keeping the engine running so it doesn't drain the battery. And it's a 3-in-1. I think he probably got it from a place called Halfords or something. It has a compressor, on-off switch, and a light on-off and a flash, which I don't know if it actually works that. And it gives 200 psi according to that, or 14 kilograms. I don't know what that other abbreviation is. I can't read it. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, she's noisy, so we'll switch her on and see if we get any pressure. Okay, I'm not going to film this process. I'm going to come back, going to fade out and fade back in if I start to see some pressure, because it's going to take 5-10 minutes minimum. Hopefully, just I don't know if you caught that. The tire just popped here back into the rim, so I got a seal. If I've got a seal and I haven't got a big nail hole in it, or the valve is not faulty, I should get enough pressure. It should stay up. So still nothing down there yet, but I wouldn't expect it to be that quick. So as I say, I'll fade out and I'll fade back in a little while. Over and out for now. Well, the first tire went up, not a problem. I actually don't know what pressure I can. It's faded so much, but I mean I can see the markings. I'm not sure it's actually in kilograms per cubic meter, psi or bar, but I know that I just want to get it to the red 2. It might be a little bit slightly over pressure, but as I say, it's not going to cause me a problem. It's not under any load. So now we're going to see if the second one goes up, because this is the most deformed tire. I just want to see if it'll pop out of the ring. Excuse the noise of the compressor, can't help it. If it pops, then we'll get a seal. She'll go. I don't know, maybe I should have put some fairy liquid or something around it. I've never done this before, so it's all you know, part of the learning curve for me too. All I wanted to make sure was that the rim was clean, but I don't want to start putting my fingers in there. It's too much of a gap here. I think maybe, I don't know, it might pop. Maybe I need to jack it up a little bit more. I'm not sure, but I don't think that I don't. Actually, can get it. Try and seal. There is pressure going in. I can feel it. It's starting to push out. Starting to push out. You can see the deformity here. So the closer it gets to the rim, the more chance I've got of getting a seal. I think she's gonna go. I don't know what it's like on the inside. I can't see around there and I'm not crawling underneath. So let's get away from the compressor a bit. Well, it's looking certainly better than it did. that it's a bit dirty in there. Okay. You can beat, you know, if you can't fix something, give it a good kick or get a bigger hammer. That's usually the way. I think that worked. I think it worked. You see, a good kicking does work sometimes. As long as you're not on the receiving end of it. Obviously, no pressure reading yet, but I want to see this bulge come out. Which is still not 100% tight, but a good size 9 army boot does wonders, perhaps. Okay, it's going to take at least 5 minutes minimum to start to get some pressure. So if we manage to succeed, I'll come and film it and class it as a success. But I'll still film it anyway. I mean, upload it, Evie will edit it for me, because I got one up at least, so it does work. So Timo, thank you for the tip, came in very useful. I'm not claiming fame to it, I hadn't never done it before, and it's logical what you said, but it just didn't enter my mind yesterday when I was looking at it. But it seems to work. So there you go, over and out for now. So it's 60-70% successful. I can't get this, or we can't get this back tire. I mean, it's a lot better than it was, that it's the deformities came out of it, but I can't get enough pressure in it with this 12-volt compressor. So I'm going to slowly take her up the top onto flatter ground, and I'll bring out the big compressor, electric compressor, and see if she'll go up on that. We put a bit of spit around the valve. I can't see any signs of leakage. I gave it a good kicking. It was blowing out dust from the rims. We did get some pressure in it, but I'll try and take her up, not waste too much time. Take her up top, and we will give it a try with the electric compressor. So over and out for now.